So this video is going to be titled Everything You Knew But Didn't Know About Martell, because it was some things that I did not know about Martell. Overall, the number one thing being
Met St. Quebec, man, the girl was heaven sent. Met St. Quebec, man, the girl was heaven sent.
So, as we all know, Martell is a real estate investor who teamed up with two of his friends to revitalize the city of Huntsville, Alabama. And for those who do not know, when you revitalize a city, that actually means to plan to repair the social and economic problems of an urban area. Give new life to a city, fresh vitality, energy. So I think that's a pretty cool idea, a very worthy cause for Martell and his few friends to do, which is actually the catalyst what made the idea of Love and Marriage Huntsville. So as you guys already know, Martell graduated from Alabama A&M University with a degree in education. Now I need to do my research about this school because this school seems very lit. It seems like all of the cast went to this school pretty much. And I wonder what makes it so great. Like, do y'all know? Is it like really world renowned or something? Because so many people went to this school. But he also then taught at Sparkman Middle School until 2010. And this is where I believe the same school that he met Melody at. Isn't that something? You see how God will be ordering your steps? He taught at this school until 2010. Then, to start his real estate business, he took classes at the National School of Real Estate before co-founding Holt Holt Enterprises with his then wife, Melody Holt, as we already know. So Martell is actually from Huntsville. He's Huntsville's finest, born on January 4th, 1982. Interesting. Okay, so we had to shout out all the November people that were born in the same month that Melody was. So shouts out to all you January people. So come get your January brother, Martell, and tell him about himself. Y'all Capricorns can check each other, so y'all know what to do as far as Martell. But other than that, as I said, Martell is a native of Huntsville, Alabama, and he graduated with his Bachelor's Degree of Science in Education. And that is when he started to do more in real estate and honing in on his entrepreneurial endeavors. So one thing I did not know about Martell was I didn't know that his father was ever incarcerated. I had no clue. I don't know if that was ever mentioned on the show. I just kind of started watching the show full time last season. So I don't know if that was anything that was mentioned during the show. But, I'm not trying to diagnose him or anything like that. But I do know children who had parents who were incarcerated face, or what statistics would say, they face a lot of challenges, as the studies will say. For instance, studies have said that children with incarcerated parents have educational attainment issues, so they may not go as far in their education as another child whose parents were not incarcerated would. And the same thing for economic issues. They will say that a child that grew up with a parent that was incarcerated, may also grow up in poverty. Now, we all know that this stuff does not have to be true. It's what statistics and studies may say, but at the end of the day, we go by what God says, and that's what I choose to go by. So, in a way, I'm very grateful to know that Martell was able to prove these statistics wrong in his life, meaning as though he did graduate from college. He is very successful as an entrepreneur. He sidestepped these negative connotations of what it means to have a parent that is incarcerated. So I feel as though that because he was able to do this, I do believe the same thing may be true for when it comes to healing and also identifying maybe the psychological issues that go along with having a parent that was incarcerated, if he chooses to identify with these things. I'm not saying that he has any psychological issues, but studies do say that children who have a parent that's incarcerated may suffer from psychological issues. And only Martell is in his mind to be able to identify if this is the case for him. So I don't want to diagnose him from that standpoint. But from what I do see, he was able to overcome the educational barriers that they say are put on children and the financial barriers that they say are of children, that they say children of incarcerated parents face. So I feel as though if he was able to overcome those things, he surely can overcome any psychological issues that may or may not be there concerning his relationship with his dad being incarcerated. And moving on, this also helps me think about what kind of a woman Melody is. I'm so grateful that their path was able to be crossed, because I do know from what, people say online, a lot of people feel as though Martell wouldn't have gotten as far as he did if it was not for Melody. And it kind of makes me feel like, wow, Melody is some kind of woman, for the simple fact, if this is the case or whatever, she was able to take a back seat, or more or less the passenger seat, and let Martell shine and let Martell be the head of the household and, make sure he looked good in the spotlight. I really love that about her, and I appreciate that about her. And I'm grateful to see all the things that they were able to create as a couple together, which makes me think if they created this empire and that empire and Holt Incorporated and Holt LLC and write this book together and do this course together, if they were able to do all those things and build so many great empires together, I know that they'll be able to one day co-parent successfully as they continue to create new empires, the greatest empire yet, and that is being the parent to their 4 beautiful children. Because one day as they say, the hand that rocks the cradle controls the world. So right now I see 4 little empires ready to blossom and do great things in the world. So I feel like their greatest success is unfolding before our eyes as they parent these beautiful children, which I know that they are going to come to a really good place of doing. So I just definitely pray for peace. I pray for peace and a healthy co-parenting relationship for these two, for Martell especially, because their greatest empire is still being developed. It's still in play, which is raising their beautiful children. So I really feel like I didn't tell you guys too much of what you guys already didn't know, except for maybe the incarcerated father thing. But like I said, y'all, you OG fans may have already knew that, but I didn't. And to me, it kind of explains a lot. I grew up with a dad that was incarcerated. So in a way, I'm like, okay, I think I somewhat get him, because it is a different kind of experience. And I feel like only people that had the same kind of experience truly understand or truly get. And again, not to take up for him, but I do have a heart for these kind of things. And what really opened my eyes was this beautiful, beautiful nonprofit organization that I seen a video on. I'm gonna see if I can put like a little clip in this video so you guys can see what I mean. And like I said, some people will look at this same footage and be like, oh, this is a nice cause. But for me, having like the same experience, oh my gosh, y'all, it like really pulled at my heartstrings. So other than that, that was what I was able to scrub and come across on the internet that was available and that was verifiable. So you guys let me know what you guys think, and then I will talk to you guys again soon. Thanks again for checking out this video and spending a little time with me, your girl Cinquetta. Other than that, I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye.